All right, welcome back. Many thanks to you for staying with us here on Citi TV. You're watching Breakfast Daily. We're getting into a very interesting conversation, one that you should be interested in as long as you exist here on this planet Earth. I'm talking about the climate. We just came from a big conference in Egypt. So many takeaways from there. Of course, Ghana also getting some positions there on special committees and all that. We'll go into all the details of that. And so quickly, I'd like to introduce to you my guest this morning. I have in studio Dramani Bukari. He's Partnerships, Entrepreneurship and Investments Director with the Ghana Climate Innovation Center. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. And
next to Dramani, we have Anna Asantwa Saki. She's Marketing and Communications Director. I can say GCIC, right?
Ghana Climate Innovation Center.
Exactly, yes. Right. You're welcome. Good morning.
Thank
and then we have Bismarck Asante. Bismarck Asante is with Nassam Brand Enterprise. Good morning, sir. Welcome.
Good morning. Thank you.
Right. So let me start with you, Dramani. I mean, when we say climate, a small word, but huge impact. Exactly what do you do at the Ghana Climate Innovation Center?
All right. Thank you very much. And thanks for having me as well. And good morning to your most cherished listeners. So at the Ghana Climate Innovation Center, what we basically do is incubate enterprises. And we focus on enterprises that specifically provide products, services that are actually supporting climate mitigation or adaptation. Right. We were established by the World Bank, but with funding from a number of, bilateral countries, like the Danish government, but also the Dutch government. We are an institute under Ashesi University, so literally we are owned by Ashesi University. We have done this since 2017, since taking on our first cohort of businesses. And over the course of this period, we have incubated close to almost 120 businesses, invariably, indicating that we have, over the last 6 or so years, incubated on average 20-something businesses every single year. We do this focusing on five clear sectors: right. Climate smart agriculture, energy efficiency, solar energy, domestic waste management, and water purification and management. So largely those are the sectors that we focus on. So if you have a business, a small and growing business in any of these sectors, you are qualified to enter the incubator. But we also focus on businesses that have very critical potential from the commercial perspective, but whose activities may be detrimental to the environment. We support them, bring them into the business, and then we incubate. I mean, we improve their sustainability. In incubating these businesses, we focus on a number of thematic areas. We focus on your commercial acumen in order to ensure that you are commercially viable. Right. We focus on leadership to ensure that you are able to lead and have the people understand and follow, so that you can effectively grow your business and realize your business potential. Then we also focus on sustainability, which is the angle that directly has to do with ensuring that we do not worsen the climate crisis that we currently have on our hands. Because the fact of the matter is that going into the future, the small and growing businesses will become the best businesses of tomorrow. And the earlier we ensure that they are growing in a way that they do not become a challenge again to the climate crisis, the better.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome. You did mention cohorts. And how many cohorts have you had so far? And then are there timelines or specific periods where you take in the cohorts, and then after a period, they should be able to be on their own? I mean, towing the lines that you have taken them through.
Well, we just inducted cohort 7.
Okay.
And they are incubated for a period of 9 months. I think this particular period also coincides with the exiting of cohort 6. They just completed the incubation. But are there any other details you want to add to?
Yeah, so the incubation period is normally 9 months.
9 months.
So if you get into the incubator, say in January 2023, you will graduate or exit the incubator by the end of September.
Right.
But prior to that, we will normally have a 3-month search and selection window, which process, allows us to be able to whittle down to the kinds of businesses that we are actually looking for. The business has to be innovative and has to be innovative from the perspective of the climate change. It has to have a potential, to be able to grow and expand commercially.
We're actually on the 30th. We have a webinar where we're inviting people who are enterprises that are interested in joining the being part of the GCIC program.
Right.
And we'll tell them a bit about what we do and the entry processes.
Okay, great. But exactly what happens during the incubation period?
Okay, so a different number of things happens, and I think that largely there are like 6 different pillars or components. Now we will have the skills development program. Now the skills development program will come in 2 bits. Will come from our mini MBA program, which we run or operationalize in partnership with Coursera. So this is largely on the Coursera platform. We have also our master classes through our Business Acumen Academy program. And so you will come through that program, you will get to engage and have, some skill set built or imbibed in you as a business person or entrepreneur, just so that you're able to effectively, manage and nurture your business. Right. So that's one component. We have a portfolio management component, and here we tie the businesses to a business advisor or a professional. Mostly these are persons who are entrepreneurs themselves, or who are accomplished professionals in the field of business. And so we tie them to you, and on a daily and weekly basis they advise you. We have the technology and product development component of the program. Now what technology and product development largely does is to audit your operational processes, and to see whether or not there are wastages or inefficiencies in that process and how we can improve this. Then we are looking at whether or not the technologies you are adopting are really state of the art. If they are not, how can we improve that in order that you can be state of the art and not, be detrimental to the environment. But also, that state of the art technology should be one that does not make you lose out from the commercial perspective. So it's usually a blend. We look at this blend of sustainability and commercial viability when we are doing that audit. That process also involves environmental and social safeguards audit, just ensuring that beyond pollution, but also the people that you work with are safe, and the people who are resident around the place where you work with are safe from the health perspective. So health and safety comes into the picture. Then we have market growth and access. Now market growth and access, literally, it's research intelligence that we do in the various sectors that we take businesses from, just so that the businesses get to know what are the innovations existing within these areas and how they could, influence them in their own, growth path of their businesses. Then we have the Women Entrepreneurs Transformation Program. Now, we have come to realize, or research has proven, that men and women do business differently. And men and women face different challenges when it comes to doing business. And so we have curated a program that is specifically addressing the challenges that women have come in. But over the course of time, having done this also, we have come to realize that some of the programs can also be critical for men. And in fact, some of the men have asked for a curated program. So we have what we now call an inclusive masculinity program, also for the men, just so that, because there are aspects of the traits.
He's smiling. He's a beneficiary of this.
Yes. Because there are aspects of the traits of ladies that every successful man should have. And so we have seen, how can we get our men entrepreneurs be intentional about those traits and allow them to influence them in better ways, or in ways that they are able to.
I like that. One other thing I also like the documentaries. I think we have one of such on standby. Let's take a look at it, and then when we come back briefly, we can discuss it.
Raising awareness on the most pressing environmental issues of our time is important for change and growth. This results in creating an innovative working environment for productivity and growth. Ghana Climate Innovation Center, addresses climate change through business interventions and adapted operations of SMEs, including women-led SMEs.
I'm Bismarck Asamo Asante, founder and CEO of Nasambran Enterprise. At Nasambran, we are into manufacturing of cooking stove. We do produce breaker stove, wood stove, LPG stove, biogas stoves, ovens, and others. It started after I completed tertiary. I joined an NGO and we're being sent to Asimfoso and Kede for a program. Questionnaires were being sent to us to take it there to palm oil producers. So when we got there, we were asking them as to how they do produce the palm oil. And they were complaining about the smoke that it affects them. It gives them sicknesses like pneumonia, cancer, and the rest. But at that time, I didn't know what to do. I didn't have the resources to do anything about it. I was still at this man's compound, and his name is Mr. Kem. He was into production of Jiko stove, what we call Japa, and the ceramic liners. So when I was staying at the compound, I fell in love with the business. I had a passion for the business at that point. So that was where it all started. So I got the inspiration from Mr. Ekem.
Report is our actions to foster better development.
So this is what really drives me, how we can have a country, how we can have a people that are not depleting environmental resources, which are actually economic resources, but we're working with it to grow and develop our economy. We're working with it to create green jobs. We're working with it to plan a healthier future, because environmental issues are also health issues, right? So we're dealing with a whole range of issues at the Ghana Climate Innovation Center, even issues around public policy and influencing public policy so that we have statutes and policies that are climate smart, right? So our work encompasses all of that. Storytelling for a green economy, policy advocacy for a green economy, and entrepreneurship training for a green economy.
So some of the challenges or the difficulties was lack of capital. I didn't have the capital to start a business. I didn't have the funding. So it was few friends and family members who supported me from the beginning. So, and the next is acceptance of the product. We have been able to come out with an innovative LPG stove, which looks just like the Japa, but it's not Jiko, it's not Japa, it's an LPG, it uses gas. So for the market to accept the product, that was a challenge. And working with the people in the value chain was also another challenge. And taking our product to the market, scaling up, was also a huge challenge for us. And another challenge that I faced with my family was they accepting me as an entrepreneur, because we don't have any entrepreneur within our nuclear family. They are all nurses and a policewoman. So they accepting Bismarck as an entrepreneur was a huge challenge, especially with my mom. She would always tell me to look for a job. I should go look for a job. And I kept on telling her that I know what I'm doing. I'm focused on this business. She gave me a chance, and lo and behold, in 2018, we won a national award.
All right, interesting stuff there. That was you who were watching. Yes. You have incubated with the Ghana Climate Innovation Center. How has this benefited you? And of course, to what extent has it improved your business as an entrepreneur?
Yes, so I would say that the benefits that I've gotten from GCIC is that they are able to help you to get the needed skills to be able to plan and manage your business effectively. It also gives you the exposure. Looking at the climate documentary that we just watched, if we should put this documentary on our YouTube channel, it will attract more investors.
Right.
Actually, we just signed a carbon contract project to produce 120,000 cook stove within the next 6 months. So these are some of the benefits that we've gotten from GCIC. Also, they help you to get the needed equipment and resources to be able to upscale your business. Because if you watch the documentary, I made mention of the challenge. Among the challenges is to upscale our business. So now we've been able to upscale from 2015, when we started producing 50 cook stoves, to 10,000 cook stoves. And now we've been asked to produce 20,000 cook stoves per month. So the next 6 months, we are to produce 120,000 cook stoves.
That's great stuff.
And this is coming from one of the biggest carbon credit companies from India.
Okay.
So thanks to GCIC, they've been able to help us. I've been with a lot of incubation programs, and I can see that GCIC is one of the realest. They are genuine. And when they tell you that they will give you the money, the funding, they do that. And now we've gotten the funding. Also, they've helped us to get a CNC plasma cutting machine, which is helping us to maximize production and reduce cost. And they also helping us to get PPEs for our artisans who also feel secure whilst working.
Right.
And also, we are testing our products to increase our efficiency at CSR. And also, as part of the TPD, they're also helping us to be able to redevelop our products so that it can meet the needed efficiency to attract more investors.
Great. Let me come to you, Draman. You're not only giving financial assistance, you're giving technical assistance as well. How do you identify these businesses, and what can you say to get people to subscribe to your incubation?
Okay, so through our website, businesses can apply at all times of the year.
So if you'd be kind enough to spell out the website.
So the website is www.ghanacic.org.
Okay.
That's the website, www.ghanacic.org. At all times within the year, if you got onto the website, you will see the apply button, and if you click on it, you can apply. We will have or collect those applications at specific points.
Right.
Normally, we will have road shows across the country. This year's road shows were in Takoradi and Kumasi, and also we are having the last one virtually in Accra. And because it's virtual, a lot more people across the country can join. Absolutely. Next year, we will have in other specific regions, all of it. So when we go on a road show, what we will basically do is attract businesses within the ecosystem who are aligned in terms of sector. We speak to them about the incubator, and then we get them to understand the procedure for application.
Right. Thank you very much. And tell us, why are these documentaries important, and where can we watch them?
I mean, I'm sure watching this, it immediately brought to life what Dramani was explaining.
Exactly.
So what we do is every year we produce 4 climate-focused documentaries. Basically, just first of all to show people exactly where we are in terms of climate change in Ghana, to showcase some of our cohorts, and show exactly what their results are and how that's impacting on the community in general and the country as a whole. So that's why we do that.
Right. So where can we watch some of these documentaries?
Well, I think we've already screened on Citi TV. There should be a repeat coming up this week, and there will also be on TV3 as well from
if you could
today.
Speak up just a little bit.
Sorry. I was saying that it's already screened on Citi TV.
Yes.
We're going to be repeating it this week. And it's also going to be shown on TV3 throughout this week till the 2nd of December.
Awesome, awesome. All right. And Stanley, you have to skip to Radio Hooper. And so we're going to have to leave it here, but we're going to entreat viewers to tune in to 97.3 Citi FM so they can get more information from you. But thank you so much. Anne Asantuasaki, your Marketing and Communications Director, Ghana Climate Innovation Center. Dramani Bukari, Partnership, Entrepreneurship and Investments Director, Ghana Climate Innovation Center, and the beneficiary, Bismarck Asante of Nassam Brand Enterprise. Thank you so much, gentlemen and lady, and we wish you well.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right. You're watching Breakfast Daily. It's time now to check out the Citi Countdown.